police that is being introduced by the federal government is causing a lot of problems already. I repeat, this state police that is being introduced by Tinubu is causing a lot of problems already, both in northern and southern Nigeria. Many people are pushing propaganda on this state police. Many people are pushing different agenda on this state police. Now, some people have gone on social media and they are posting that Igbos are demanding 50%. 50%. State police in Lagos, Igbos are saying that we want 50% slot for state police in Lagos. People have been pushing that information on social media. Somebody says, we will reject any state police in Lagos except it consists of 50% Igbo. I saw this information and this tweet. I was asking myself this question: which Igbo group will come online? Igbo group that gets sense will come online and say that if there is going to be any state police in Lagos, it must consist of 50% Igbo. Which Igbo group? So I searched and I did my research. I found out that it is a false alert. People are pushing hatred, bigotry, propaganda on this particular state police. So false alert. No Igbo group demanded 50% from state police in Lagos. This claim is false by this APC account. No Igbo group. When you go to their social media page where they are posting such, you will not see full information. The name of the Igbo group, the secretary or the person that put out that statement, his name must be there. The report must be there. I went and searched. Who did that report? Where did they get the information from? At least they should have posted like a confirmed information. You see, people can just, if there's any Igbo group that said such, that Igbo group does not represent the Igbo people. If there's any Igbo group that says such, that Igbo group does not represent the Igbo people. Now also, when you go to northern Nigeria, from Punch newspaper, Northern Youth Group reject state police proposal. The same state police that southern Nigeria they are accepting, Northern Youth, according to Punch, this is coming from Punch, Northern Youth reject state police. Why would Northern Nigeria reject state police? For so many reasons. Because now we know that insecurity in Northern Nigeria is the Fulani. Fulani has conquered Northern Nigeria politically. So creating state police is an affront on the stakeholders that are using insecurity to benefit from Northern Nigeria. Let's look at the report. Now, the Northern Youth Council of Nigeria has warned against the federal government proposed creation of state police, branding it as a misplaced priority that would do little to reform the nation's beleaguered security architecture. In a statement issued on Thursday in Kaduna, the national president Issa Abubakar said the plans threaten to compound existing problems such as underfunding, manpower shortages, cramped welfare packages, poor equipment, and alleged corruption in security agencies. It is a misplaced priority. Creating state police is simply a waste of time. That what we need is a commitment to fix and strengthen the current system, Abubakar said. He maintained that existing institutions, especially in Nigeria police force, struggle with systemic constraints, including inadequate budgets and staff, outdated logistics and operational inefficiencies. Nigeria, when it comes to rejecting something that will cause a change, you speak baby grammar. Now, if you listen to what I just read, you understand where they are coming from. But the most important thing, the problem that state police will resolve, state police is another guise of restructuring. I told you that Northern Nigeria, they are rejecting restructuring. Any restructuring, Northern Nigeria would not want restructuring of Nigeria. We know that state police can be abused. The current system is being abused. We are looking at how we can stop the insecurity going on in Nigeria today. Because the insecurity is a tool. You know, say the establishment, the imperialists, those people that are controlling Nigeria from behind, they want insecurity to be part of the game they are playing with our lives. They don't want insecurity to end. That's why most politicians in Northern Nigeria are benefiting from the insecurity. Zamfara State Governor Dauda has been complaining. He says that he knows where these bandits are, but what is going on? That he's limited. If he can use his phone to track where the bandits are, but he is limited because, number one, our security architecture is compromised. The Fulani has so much influence in our security architecture. They can be able to shield themselves if we continue with this system. But when you create a vigilante or a state police, it will take a different look. The Fulani would not overshadow that policing structure. Yes. So anywhere the Fulani cannot control, they complain. The most important thing is that Nigeria has to be stable to experience restructuring. If the government of the day is trying to restructure and there's insecurity left, right, center, he will focus on how to quench that insecurity. Some president will not stay like for one full term, 4 years, fighting insecurity. Jonathan fighting insecurity. Buhari fight insecurity. Now a permanent solution is being like put out. Let's have state police, indigenous. The indigenous there, you see, I entered a bike. The person was Hausa, he dressed Hausa. I asked him, are you from, what state are you from? He said, Sokoto. I said, are you Fulani? He said, no, me no Fulani. We Hausa, now we get Sokoto. But Emir of Sultan of Sokoto is Fulani now. He said that one our money they use them. Say we Hausa have plenty. So what does it mean? If there's state police, the Hausas will make majority of those that will man that policing system. And the government will have to empower. Like I told you, our security agencies, they are very powerful. You see, Tinubu, anybody that is commander-in-chief of the armed forces, a civilian, knows how they play the politics with Nigerian army. Nigerian army have a soul of their own, have the decision of their own. They can decide not to obey you and kick you out. Everybody is a bloody civilian. Most time, it is the pressure that they get from outside that make them revert to civilian rule. It's the pressure they get from the West. You see Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Senegal. You see all those countries. Now military they jail. They enter one day, then kick out. Then kick out the... So Tinubu needs to find a way to introduce another security body that can augment the efforts of the army, knowing that there are most in the army that will sabotage the effort of removing insecurity. So state police is good in the right direction. But this one they are talking in Lagos State, that Igbo group. I don't know any Igbo group. I am Igbo. Nobody is speaking on my behalf. If you want to do your state police, you have your state, go back to your state. Everybody is trying to restructure. Some people are just they are facing where their fatherland no day. I understand the idea of Nigeria is one big happy country or whatever it is, or Nigeria is practicing democracy in a democratic setting. The constitution avails you that you can live anywhere, you can stay anywhere. It is those that are believing in one Nigeria. My brother, those Igbos who don't get sense, they will get sense very soon. I've told you before that when they want to share this country, when they want to share the resources of this country, the Igbos will be the last because they take everything they have, they go to somebody else's land, do a lot of investment, build their economy, and start bragging there. The thing they pay, when they pay me say, now they bragging. When it's time for the divide Nigeria, they pursue you, go back empty-handed. You go back to your land, almost empty-handed, starting from scratch. Now when you're going back there, you go back there as a foreigner, and they will put laws that will strangle you as a non-indigen and as somebody they know, Igbo. So now for people to be wise, I don't know maybe the Igbo group, they are being sponsored. I don't know from where. I don't know who they are speaking for. As we speak now, there's no central voice that speaks for the Igbo people. Anybody speaking is speaking on his own accord. Real Igbo people will want to go back to their land and build. Any Igbo person that is making all this statement, he's just being used. He's just useless. He's useless to the Igbo people. I'm telling you, the sensible ones. Me, I'm not concerned about state policing in Lagos. Lagos is relatively safe. You don't really need state police in Lagos. Relatively safe. Politically, everywhere they are safe. Most people, or almost half of Nigeria safe. They don't visit Lagos before. Many people still in the village wants to come to Lagos. I'm telling you, even not that in Lagos, you need to be a survivor. You need to, the suffer you go suffer if you just enter Lagos. People are willing to come to Lagos. Lagos is one of the safest places in the whole Nigeria. So Igbos are saying we must when they, even 50% self. When I look at it, I say no, this is too good to be true. No, this is not possible now. This is a propaganda. We understand how ABC push their propaganda, and I've talked about this bigotry of a thing. Igbo, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. We are supposed to be aligning together because, like I said before, those Hausa people they look now. You know, say when an elderly person makes a mistake, he wants you to pamper him. He doesn't want you to tell him that, Father, you have made a mistake. He wants you to use poetry, to use respect and pamper him. While the mistake he has made, he was being warned before. He refused to listen to advice or voice of reason. The mistake he has committed has endangered, has killed so many people, has put so many people in bad condition. But yet, correcting them, they want you to sing a song for them, to toast them by correcting them. Now we are saying that this bigotry you are pushing, it is of no use. At the end of the day, everybody will lose. Every single person will lose, because that is what the Fulani Northern Nigeria wants, and that is what the establishment, that's what they want. Your president is doing what the establishment wants, and they're happy with him. And you self then push now to the do bigotry. What do you gain? What do you gain? Some people travel to Ghana. After they travel to Ghana, the witch cried yesterday night and the baby died this morning. They travel to Ghana. Somebody says, petrol is costly in Ghana. So Nigeria is enjoying petrol is costly. After I go Ghana finish, you can't come back. They add 5% petrol tax. The person called, they cry, say, nobody use me. I don't know. Because people were accusing the people that travel that you are being used. You are being used by the government to go and make it look like Nigeria petrol is cheap. Went to Ghana here. Ghana is cheaper. Ghana is more expensive. Nigeria said we are enjoying. You are enjoying, Abi. They now put 5%. So your government is doing what the imperialists want. The most important thing here is that this push Igbo doesn't want. Igbo, see, Lagos belongs to the Yorubas. Nobody can take, the Benin people cannot take Lagos from Yorubas. Whether they were there before, but now the occupiers there, no. Now Lagosians, now Yorubas. Lagosians are Yorubas from the southwest, and then get Lagos. So nobody is dragging Lagos. The Igbo that is saying it now, go and become above Lagos now. With your mouth. Go and become governor of Lagos. Shebi the Yoruba Runu and everybody, they said no more Igbo in our House of Assembly anymore. They made sure, even on those places that we have many Igbos, that should be bringing out a representative according to the number of people there. Even though that place gone. Now Yoruba people, they made sure. The highest I saw is in Ojo. The vice chairman is an Igbo person, because of the number of people and investment Igbo have there. So Igbos cannot, Igbos will say they like business, they can't really do state police. You know, the fear is that the Yorubas can use state police to harass. That's the fear. To ride and harass. When the Agbero are being recruited into state police, and they are given legality by the government to do one or two things, they will use it and oppress people. That is why maybe some people are afraid that maybe Igbo should be part. They will use that and oppress. But the reality form of restructuring, everybody should go and look at how he can manage and build his father's house. If your father's house is not built, you are mistaken. There's what they call posterity. There's what heritage. What is your heritage? You are in another person's land. What is it? Let's move on. So Northern Nigeria, we know. That is why I'm pushing against Northern Nigeria ruling this country. Anything restructuring, if it's in their own purview, if it's within their own right, they will reject it. You see the reasons why Southern Nigeria needs to unite. Even at the House of Assembly, the Senate House, the South needs to unite to have one voice. Now in Southern Nigeria now, people are not rejecting state police. Okay, there's this latest one in Edo State. Edo group give condition backing to state police. Okay, the concerned Edo citizens has backed the proposed creation of state police by President Bola Tinubu, but wants the strengthening of some institutions to check abuse. Besides, the group called on the federal government to invest in food production to check food insecurity and bring down the cost of food in some parts of the country. So, Comrade Roy Oribaho, in a statement made available to journalists in Benin, said state governors were becoming too powerful, with some of them behaving like emperors with less interest in the welfare of the people. According to him, we commend the creation of state police in Nigeria as indicated by the President of Nigeria with strong reservations and concerns. As critical stakeholders and patriots in Nigeria project, yes, we hereby call on the President not to create state police with weak institutions. This one is reasonable because we understand governors have the tendency to abuse power. An average Nigerian politician has the tendency to abuse power. So, President Tinubu should not create state police with weak institutions. Otherwise, the purpose will be defeated and counterproductive for the benefit of all. Research has been conducted that Nigerian institutions are weak and lack the basic potency to withstand the spillover effect of state police. For example, the creation of state electoral commissions has negated the principles of democracy within the local government administration and has further reduced local government election to caricatures and position for the boys, which has drastically performed. Like, you see, we had the local government elections, we had the state independent electoral commission that was being created. Usually INEC used to conduct elections for state, but when they gave it to state, the governors were now using it and abusing it. These are your governors, these are your politicians. Like I told you, politicians, they don't get you for mind before, but that they are using awarawa or I like they speak language to make as if they are, you are part of them, they are part of you. All those ones don't send you. Okay, so from Edo State, they are saying we strongly oppose the creation of state police without strengthening institutions in Nigeria. As of today in Nigeria, some governors are gradually becoming emperors in the domains without fear or vision to develop their states, but invest massively on selfish agenda. So that is it. So whoever that is trying to use the state police as an agenda to push for this hatred or bigotry or whatsoever, that person, well, I will not say you don't have sense, but I don't know, maybe it is you don't understand so many things. You don't understand so many things. I told you that our biggest problem within Nigeria is the Fulani hegemony. The Fulani hegemony, our biggest problem. Number two, it is the establishment. These are our biggest problem. Instead, politicians, because of some people are greedy. You know, when politicians don't enter position, he forgets so many things. He forget how the people suffered with him, how he was with the people, and they did a lot of sacrifice. He will forget the sacrifice of the people and start using his position to threaten the peace of the people that sacrificed for him. The selfishness amongst your politicians no be here. So as it stands, my brother, whatever it is for this current administration to push for a system that works, that will destroy the influence. You see, this state police, I believe it should be more effective in northern Nigeria. Yes, it should be more effective in northern Nigeria. And if you are going to do state police also, we know that we are pushing towards restructuring. Most of the policies of Bola Tinubu is going to cause revolution. Most of his policies, when it is being implemented, it is going to cause a lot of revolution. And that revolution will lead us to somewhere else, whereby everyone will say, okay, enough is enough. Go back to your father's house. Let's split this country. Let's restructure this country. I'm pushing and I'm asking that this state police be implemented because it's going to take us somewhere. I'm telling you. Now that time you're going to say Nigeria is not one. Ordinary small state police where they push now. You don't see say some APC, I don't want to use the word Yoruba. some APC account have started pushing Igbos lies upon lies and fabricating everything. No picture. The names, I'm not seeing names. You're not pushing out the full story. I'm just seeing different things. You're just saying different things at the time. Just to what end? To what end? See, I'm Igbo. There's no how you can shame. You can only be attacking Peter Bio and his image. You can reduce his whatever in your own eyes. I just blame the Peter Bio and code. They are not doing the needful. You understand? On a normal day, nobody can bring down anybody in Nigeria. On a normal day, Igbos are not built to have political leadership in Nigeria. That is just their nature. You know, they are Republican in style. They have so many, like, for them to have a leader, for them to support a leader coming together, that is their own structure. It does not mean that they can't be relevant in the scheme of things in Nigeria. If you see what the Igbos have done, me, I'm not even here to start making much for Igbos. But there's no need for us to start all those things. It is Tinubu is going to see. If the reason why you are doing all these bigotry is because you want to make Obi look bad and Tinubu look good and everything. We have said it before that the APC under Tinubu, they are not ready for anything free and fair election. Nothing concerned them within free and fair election. Now maybe they just enter there, just do the election and go. And the Igbos have not been complaining, as it were, like Northern Nigeria, over positions and this. We are not getting this, we are not getting that. Igbos are not complaining, even though they are shortchanged. We still, with what Tinubu is doing with disappointment, we are still calling on Southern Nigeria unite. We are not fools. We know what we are doing. Of course, we know what we are doing. So no Igbo is supporting anything. No Igbo is a lie. They are not supporting anything. Nobody wants to be part of. See, Igbo they want to do business. Now them, they can't go join. How much you want to pay for state police? Even though you pay 100,000, any Igbo they join, that Igbo self, if like say things don't worse for them. State police. Ordinary Nigerian army, Igbo no they join. Now state police they won't go join. Ordinary Nigerian army, now state police they won't go join. My brother, you know what an average Igbo man wants? He wants a kind of restructuring. Nigeria should just go, everybody will just answer their father's name. An average Igbo man wants that, and not Lagos. I don't think that's true.